It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It is time for the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 6, Round 5, live from Lago Maggiore GP circuit. And we are underway with qualifying already. My name is Darren Paul, and I'm so glad to be back bringing you the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 6. Before we get properly into today's sessions, remember 3 races, qualifying, setting the grid for race number 1. Let's just give our reminder of the rules of this series. No tyre wear, no fuel depletion. This is purely about the drivers. We have standing grid starts, which do catch some people out occasionally. We've even seen it here in T1. Qualifying, 10 minutes. Qualifying sets the race 1. That is a 10-minute race. Race 2, the grid is set with a reverse grid. 20 minutes of action. If you win race 1, you start at the back for race number 2. Race number 3 is the results from race number 2. If you win race 2, you start on pole for race number 3. That's a 15-minute classic around this beautiful Lago Maggiore GP circuit. We are, of course, driving the Lexus AU Toms RCF 16 as seen in the beautiful Super GT in Japan. Let's have a look at the standings. We're going to start down the bottom of the standings. 19 drivers have entered the series so far, with the best of the lower half being RAA Bobby, 46 points, very close. Down here we've got Beardy McBeard, Langster, Seth F1, Rhinus, Badger No, aka Cuzzy, Lango 666, Urbe, Calvin Crazy Taff, and Ranger 99. But at the business end, wow, we got Red Spectre, and my word, how impressive has this driver been? Running away with it, maybe. 183 points at the top of the tree. They got Brett Rackett in second, Willie D 321 in third, Oscar X 0 in fourth, riding high. Kenobi. Now, Kenobi has been representing and demolishing T2 for the last couple of seasons. And now here he is in T1. Top 5 elite digits. DeJovis, DJ Lawrence, Razor F, and Play Dutchy. They round out the top 10. Let's head to the racing as we are into the qualifying session now. In fact, before we do that, we're just going to run through the cars so that you are nice and familiar with each of these drivers. Hey, I think Willie D 321 has the provisional pole, a 1:43.294. We got over 10 minutes remaining, so people will be challenging that. He is in the Denso liveried, rather reminiscent of the Toyota F1 bid. We got Kings 567 in the anime white. We got Mercedes Class 88 driving one of the basic. No, not basic. What's a better word? Original liveries, the white with the orange. Kenobi in traditional Kenobi colours of black and purple. That Amigos livery in 5th so far. We've got Oscar X0 in the Toms AU black and pink number. Real favourite of mine, those liveries, I've got to say. The Terminator, the driver of the Dane train, Team Yellow's own Terminator L. He's rocking the yellow black with the Danish trim. Elite Digits, again, classic Elite Digits livery, white, black, and that luminous yellow. Again, decked out Amigos colours. Ooh, somebody's just leapt up. It was DJ Lawrence representing Oreos this time. Subway in the previous series. DeJovis, again, white and gold livery for Art DeJovis. Oh, with that marble, that purple marble effect, which is very interesting. Razor F, understated black white and orange livery. That's actually a really effective livery. I like that a lot. And Red Spectre is all in red, waiting in readiness in the pits. Hopefully you are watching. Hopefully you are enjoying today's stream. Please let me know how you are finding it. How is the audio? And Red Spectre is in. Well, the audio sounds okay to me. I hope that sounds okay to everybody else, as WD321 has a bit of a netcode moment. That's what we call them round here. Oh, going to a rather unnecessary replay. So King 567. Where are they in the lap? They are quite a ways through the lap. Somebody's just come across start finish. Lays, aka Terminator L, is going to take us for a lap around the Lago Maggiore circuit as Razor F gets it a little bit wrong ahead of them. Terminator getting a little bit wobbly through that right-hander there, and again I think this is more netcode than anything else. He's a very quick driver, and you can tell that because he's keeping it between the black lines and keeping up speed. So this is just going to be, again, one of the wrinkles of racing on the internet. We've seen it before. We've seen it in top series across the world, so let's not worry too much about that for right now. But this circuit made up of long straights, heavy braking zones. We got a couple of hairpins as well, and this one of my favorite sections of the track. A little bit of an uphill section, and then we start that descent. Not a massive drop. I think other circuits and other parts of this track even may have larger drops, but still, there is a lot of change in height as you go through. There's climbs, there's drops, and that makes this for a really exciting, interesting circuit, and it's going to be a really interesting, exciting race. Let us know who you think is going to take the win today. You're watching Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 6, race number 5 from the Lago Maggiore GP circuit. And if you're watching and you're in the comments, just say hi and let us know that you can hear and see okay. Please do. That would be really, really helpful to me, just to make sure that everything is rocking and rolling as it should. Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints. And if you want to become a part of the Amigos Racing Team, there's a very simple thing that you can do. In the description to this video, just click the Discord. There's a link to our Discord, and that is where you join races. That is where you get discussion. You can join leagues, you can join the standalone events, you can just hang out and chat. And also, you can learn how to be a better, quicker driver. Really, really enjoyable community. I'm very glad to be a part of it. You will too, if you want to. Down in the description, the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints. That is what we're watching now. Make sure that you join the Discord if you want to be involved in the races. We've also got the Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of our social media down there. As Oscar X0 sets the fastest second sector. Currently second provisionally. Red Spectre yet to set a lap. Just going to say that. WD321 sets a new fastest qualifying lap on 1:42.780. Oscar X0, what do they have? Mercedes S-Class also sets a new qualifying time for them. They're up to 4th. That is their personal best through that sector for Oscar X0. We're looking at around the 1:42 mark for a really fast lap round here so far. We're going to stay with Oscar X0. We're going to go on board as they come across start finish. Can they get pole? No, just off the mark. But that is their fastest lap so far, a 1:43.264. Some lovely driving from Oscar. Will it be 3-2-1, the current provisional pole sitter? But look who's on track, Red Spectre. Thrashing the car around for their first lap. It's an out lap. But even still, look at how hard they are working the car. Let's check in with Kings 5, 6, 7. Ghosting out for a moment there. They set their fastest lap on lap 3. And they came into the pit lane during that lap. How fast was that? How fast did they go? How fast could they go? The Mercedes Class 88 in 4th. Again, speed building up. Our fastest was last time by, 1:43.690. Razor F sets a new fastest time for them, 1:44.837. Going to check back in with Red Spectre already up to 2nd position, 1:42.999 is their time. They're going to have time for at least 1 more lap, maybe 2 more laps. Should be 2 more laps. So, Red Spectre, impossibly quick. And he's hunting down Kings. Not that that particularly matters right now. But again, it's all good practice. Gets you in the zone as Willie D 3-2-1 all over the back of Razor F. Again, provisional pole sitter 1:42.780, but I think held up just a little bit there, and just behind them on track though. Ooh, no, not quite. Yeah, they are. They can be seen by Red Spectre. Willie 3-2-1 coming across the line, will not set a fastest lap. Red Spectre has a chance, it's going to be close. Red Spectre goes quicker, but not quick enough for pole. 1:42.827. Final lap for Red Spectre. Will it be 3-2-1 as well? Will they look to put in a flyer? We appreciate your likes. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Does help us all out. And if you're enjoying what you see, hit that like button. If you're really enjoying what you see, get involved in the Discord. That is how you join the Amigos Racing Team, and maybe you could be a part of our Tuesday sprints. Remember, this is T1. We also have a second tier, Tier 2, that you could be a part of, and with enough interest, who knows what the future may hold for the Amigos Racing Team. So we're into the final 1:40. Drivers are completing their final laps. The Jovis and one other. Can I spot who they are? That is Elite Digits. Luckily, there's a big name above their head, which is very helpful. Elite Digits sets their fastest sector through there. That would be fastest 2nd sector. And now, can they improve their position? Currently 9th provisionally. That could all change. Final corner. Uses as much curb as they dare. Elite Digits over the line. Does improve their lap time. Does not improve their position. nor does De Jovis. We have other drivers coming across the line. No, we don't. As Kenobi. In fact, one of the last drivers on track. Everybody coming over the line. Red Spectre, the slowest of their 3 laps. Willie D 3-2-1 looking like provisional pole sitters right now. Kenobi has that half-second penalty. They must have gone off track at some point. DJ Lawrence sets their time. They'll be in 8th. So that is it. Qualifying has come to an end. It is ART Willie D 3-2-1. He will lead us on pole. So here it is, the first race of the night. We've got 3 races here from the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 6, Round 5. Race 1, Willie D 3-2-1, Red Spectre, Oscar X0, Kings 567, Mercedes Class 88, and Kenobi. They are the top 3 rows for this one. We're going to go on board with, and with green lights, we are racing at Lago Maggiore for the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints, and we are 4 wide into turn 1. Oscar X0, a big winner there. No, he's fallen back down to 3rd position. Red Spectre wanted to get by Willie D 3-2-1 early. These two battling all the way around those early couple of corners, as Willie D 3-2-1 has the advantage so far. We're seeing lots of dust being kicked up. Kenobi sees an opportunity on Kings 567. De Jovis looking around the outside as well as we drop down the hill for the first time into the first of the maybe not hairpins. Red Spectre has gotten by Willie D 3-2-1. We'll check in on that in just a couple of moments. He may look to break away our current championship leader, and convincingly so. Kenobi in 5th. De Jovis 6th. Oh, Terminator going round the outside of Razor F. Elite Digits has Razor F left the door open. Not quite, not this time. We're going to go on board with Elite Digits down the hill. Heavy braking, gets by Razor F. Tangles, oh, Razor F is back through after some real battling stuff at a scary part of this racetrack. Great driving, keeping it relatively clean. I mean, this is basically touring car racing. These cars are going to come into contact, and that's okay. We accept that as part of it. Let's see how Red Spectre got the lead of the race. So side by side down the hill. Just has the inside line, has the favoured line. And just is able to use that position on the road to pull by. Gets the overtake completed. Red Spectre leads from Willie D 3-2-1. Oscar X0 is in 3rd. But let's check out that battle. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. DJ Lawrence, we're going to ride on board. DJ Lawrence, as with, again, these are the realities of racing on the internet, unfortunately. So Terminator, very happy with these 3 to battle out behind him, slowing each other down just a little bit. Razor F goes very wide there, as does Elite Digits. DJ Lawrence able to capitalise massively so. He's up to 8th, 2 positions in 1 corner. And that is such a huge part of motor racing. Just, if you can keep it clean, if you can keep it between the white lines, you've got yourself a great chance. Kenobi has De Jovis all over the back of that black, purple and white liveried car. Red Spectre still leads. We've got 6 minutes 55 left. Just the first race of the evening. We got 2 more. We got the 20-minute reverse grid and then the final 15-minute blast around Lago Maggiore. GP and Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 6. It's round 5. Kings picked up a time penalty. Again, if you're only familiar with dailies, there is no penalty line. You just have to get that penalty off by the end of the race. It's as simple as that. But it has caught out a number of our drivers before. Red Spectre, comfortable at the head of this race right now. 1.3 second gap to Willie D321, who's also comfortably ahead of Oscar X0. Now, Kings breathing down the back a little bit of Oscar X0, even with that penalty, which is all but gone. So already quite interesting. Quite a long lap here. 1 minute 42 is our fastest lap of the race so far from Red Spectre. And the best lap so far by Kings is a 1:43. So it's quite a long lap. And we see cars get themselves quite spread out. It's going to be interesting to see. Oh my goodness, sweet. Netcode. Getting too excited about a bit of netcode. Apologies there. Next we've got what looks like a fantastic battle. DJ Lawrence is looking racy in 8th still. Got the Terminator ahead. ART Terminator L. What can he do? This looks like the biggest battle on the racetrack right now. Though DeJovis is still on the back of Kenobi looking for that 5th position. We're going to check back in with DJ Lawrence and Terminator. As Terminator goes wide, DJ Lawrence doesn't. And look at the gap. Look how close he is now. He is within striking distance. Less than 200ths of a second now as we head through the start of the lap. 4 minutes 25 to go. DJ Lawrence knows there's an opportunity here. Oh, gets a little bit on the grass. And loses out a little bit of time. Gets it very squirrely. Gets it very wrong there. And that is going to be that. Let's check in with DeJovis. About half a second back off Kenobi. Top 3 remain unchanged. 3 minutes 50 to try and make something happen. DeJovis using every inch of available road surface and then some. Any advantage that he can eke out. Trying to get by the extremely experienced Kenobi, currently in the top 5 in the series standings after having run amok in T2 for all those series. DeJovis still trying to reel him in. Let's check in at the front of the race. We've got Spectre now 2.6 seconds ahead of Willie D321, who has a half-second penalty that shouldn't do him any harm. Oscar X0, 3 minutes left, so about 2 laps to go. Kings is in 4th, also with that penalty. 2 seconds either side. No, within a second, my apologies, of Oscar X0, so keep an eye on Kings. DeJovis still battling with Kenobi. Kenobi able to eke out that lead a little bit more. Red Spectre still has the fastest lap in the race. Terminator looking very comfortable right now in 7th. DJ Lawrence, oh, he's got Razor F for company. This is the closest on-track battle we have right now. Less than half a second between them. And Terminator is just up the road. With 2 laps to go. Mercedes Class 88 with about half a second advantage over Elite Digits. 2 seconds back of Razor F, and Elite Digits is on an absolute charge right now. Yeah, see Elite Digits last time was 146. Oh, he's looking for the move. He's looking racy. Nothing given there. Mercedes S-Class just hitting their marks each and every corner right there. And that, again, a circuit like this, if you're able to hit your marks, that can be very, very good defensive driving. Elite Digits is trying to dial something up. Has the inside run. Heading towards that final long corner. But Mercedes was able to get the rubber down and pull away. Very impressive stuff from Mercedes. That's something that we want to keep an eye on. How is Razor F doing? Has a penalty, as does DJ Lawrence. So that's going to hurt both of them and their ambition, or sorry, Razor in particular, and his ambition to move up this order. Mercedes still keeping Elite Digits behind. Let's check in with the head of the race. Spectre, nearly 5 seconds to the good now over Willie D, who has a second up on Oscar X0. So he just needs to keep it clean, Willie D, and he will be away. This is the most enthralling part of the race. Elite Digits can see three cars ahead of him. All there needs to be is one big incident and he could be leaping up that order. We're into the final lap. We've got 7 seconds of racing to go. And it's looking very much like Red Spectre about to come over the line to win. Couple more corners for him. We'll check it in with Red Spectre when it is the appropriate time to do so. Half a second ahead is Mercedes, but Red Spectre to come across the line in commanding fashion wins race 1. The Amigos Tuesday Sprint Series 6 Round 5 from Lago Maggiore. Willie D 321 was second. Oscar X0 third. Fourth is Kings. Fifth is Kenobi. Sixth, De Jovis. We're going to check in towards the back of the field. Razor F has to burn off that penalty. Mercedes ahead of Elite Digits. Kept him there for the remainder of the race. Fantastic bit of defensive driving for Mercedes. And it was that corner that we saw where he's just able to hug that inside really well. Prevented any opportunity for an overtake. But the story of the race is Red Spectre 3 taking the victory from second spot in commanding fashion. So a reminder of the standings coming into round number 5 of Season 60 Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints. Red Spectre ahead of the field. Now Brett Rackett, we don't have Brett Rackett racing today, which is a massive shame. He's been having a great season, another great season from a great driver in Brett Rackett. 160 points in second. That's where they will remain. We do 3-2-1 second. Start from pole, remember. In third, and Oscar X0 fourth, just behind. Oscar X0 sending a message to Red Spectre. Sandbagging. You can't have too many complaints. You know how fast this driver is. Just a reminder of the rules as well whilst we're here. It's a reverse grid now. So that is what this interval is. It's setting up the grid and it's making sure that points are recorded. 20 points. So we're going to have Red Spectre starting at the back. But they've got 20 minutes to make it to the front. Now he's quick. Super quick. But this is a challenging racetrack, as we've just seen for cars as Terminator's going out. This is a tough racetrack for cars to make overtakes, to make up positions. We saw that in this last race just now. So it's going to be interesting to see how our very, very fast drivers starting at the back of the field are going to cope, how they're going to fare. And also the pressure on those starting at the front, starting on pole. You know, for how long are they going to be able to keep and build an advantage at the start of the race? If you're able to get a little bit clear of people, you should be able to, well, if you keep it clean, you may be able just to build a little gap and keep it if you hit your marks and don't put it in the wall. Final race reminder, race 3, it's the results of race 2. They set the grid And it's a 15-minute blast around Lago Maggiore. Okay, here it is. Race 2 from the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 6. Round 5 from Lago Maggiore. And we are down to 10 cars. So I do wonder if we will see a restart. But as it is, Elite Digits is on pole. Mercedes Class 88 is in second. They lock out the front row with Razor F, DJ Lawrence, Terminator, and DeJovis. And we are away. Racing at Lago Maggiore for the second time this evening. Elite Digits is away with a little bit of a gap already from Terminator into the first turn. WD 3-1, the best of the rest right now, but the top three have made a fantastic start. And if I'm Elite Digits, I want either Terminator and Kings to... Oh my goodness! What has happened? Elite Digits has come off the circuit, has collided with one of the back markers, or, sorry, one of the cars lower down the order. Now Terminator inherits the lead of the race. Willie D 3-2-1 is in second. Kings is in third. Elite Digits has been able to recover in fourth position, battling now with Oscar X-Zero. We will rewatch that. Red Spectre is already up to fifth. Started at the back of the field, already well into the midfield, and looking for yet another race victory. Kings takes over the lead of the race from Terminator as we are 3 wide. Kings, Willie D 3-2-1 is there as well. Willie D gets it very wrong though, pushes it too far, and Red Spectre gladly takes fourth position. But my word, have we seen a first laps like this in any of the seasons? I don't think we have so far. Red Spectre from 10th to 4th, and we're not even at the end of lap number 1. Kings leads. He's 700ths of a second up the road from Terminator. Oscar X-Zero is battling hard now to keep Red Spectre behind. Oscar X-Zero has shown to be a very good defensive driver, but Red Spectre is just something else. He's a little bit special. Gets the move done. A little bit elbows out. Nah, I think that was alright. I think that was clean enough. Terminator is going to be next on the docket for Red Spectre, using lots of that inside curb. It's very flat inside curb. Didn't get that move done that time. Kings has the fastest lap of the race, 1:52.453. Doesn't mean much until the next lap. Terminator still battling hard, defending hard. Great news for Kings. Almost a second up the road, 8.34. That's Willie D 3-2-1 in fifth, the best of the top order so far. As we head down the hill, he's got a great view of Red Spectre. Looking up the inside, there was a little bit of a tap between him and Terminator. Red Spectre takes the position as Oscar X-Zero is about to... No! That door gets slammed shut by Terminator. As Willie D 3-1 is back in the battle. Red Spectre already breaking away. As Oscar X-Zero remains in... No, sorry, moves up to third position. Great bit of driving from him. We still need to check in with what happened at the start of the race. We will do in just a moment once Kings comes across start finish. Just under a second ahead of Red Spectre. Wow, Red Spectre, fastest lap of the race, 1:43.490 already. What was Kings that time? 1:43.872. But we're going to revisit that incident at the start of the race. So Elite Digits, we will go on board. So far, so good. Oh no, just looked like that. Elite Digits looks like they just hung it up a little bit on the inside part of that corner. Yeah, bit of a, what we call a tank slapper. Starts to send the front end of the car, or the rear end of the car around. And then collected, I think it was Razor F, who really came off the worst of all drivers there. That is so unfortunate. Elite Digits started on pole, down to 6th now. Red Spectre all over the back of King 5, 6, 7. Looking for the move. Goes to the inside, goes to the outside. Kings is like, mate, I'm going to drive my race right now. As wow, that is an aggressive move from Red Spectre. Used every millimetre of track available. Gets the move done. Brilliant, brave, bold bit of driving. Knows the absolute limit. But Kings coming back. What a great move. Got the inside line. Doesn't have a nose just yet. They're battling there side by side. What fantastic driving at the head of the field in this race. Red Spectre just has the lead. Red Spectre will have the lead as we complete lap number 3. Oscar X0 has collected a penalty. Nothing to worry about too much there. Red Spectre put his car exactly where he wanted it. Kings has absolutely no way by. That is the widest Lexus you've ever seen. Again, I want to check in with that replay, but I can't go away from this live action right now. Willie D321 all over the back of Oscar X0, looking up the inside. Are they going to make it? Willie D321 has got it done. Shuts the door, as does Red Spectre, slamming the door on Kings. Kings wants to keep Red Spectre as close as possible right now. Let's have another look at that replay for the overtake. Red Spectre flirting with the inside, then goes to the outside. Nothing going there, but then incredible amount of traction. Has 2 wheels in the gravel, is still able to keep it in a straight line, and then gets the overtake done, and is now 600ths of a second up the road. So 6/10 of a second. I'm getting that wrong again. Oscar X0 remains in 3rd position. Willie D321 buffeted back down to 4th after briefly being in the mix. Elite Digits is looking very racy after that lap 1 incident. Looking at the inside of Terminator. Terminator used a lot of the, well, gravel on the outside. Let's just call it what it is. Kicked up a lot of dust, but was able to come across, close the door. Elite Digits loses time on that corner, and again, I do wonder how much that is, you know, the driving style of Terminator. And now DeJovis is in the mix, as is DJ Lawrence. Going to go on board with DJ Lawrence, the Oreo Maestro, as DeJovis is looking to get by Elite Digits. Up the inside, that's not going to happen this time. Elite Digits is away. Oh no, Terminator is in the wall, and all of them are going to just drag past. That is so unfortunate for Terminator, who was having a really nice race. Let's check in what happened here. Oh, just being too aggressive, I think that is. You know, pushing, when you're pushing the car to its limits, you're pushing the track to its limits. Sometimes small mistakes like that happen. Didn't turn in quite quick enough, missed his spot, ended up losing control as the runoff becomes grass. Red Spectre leads 2.5 seconds up the road from Kings. Kings under pressure from Oscar. Under pressure from Willie D321. We're going to go on board with Willie D321. Currently 3rd in the championship standings. Oscar X Zero, as we are into lap 6 now, over half of the lap race still remaining. Oscar X Zero looking very, very racy up ahead. Going to check in with a couple of other cars in just a moment. It looks like somebody's had a bit of a moment, unfortunately. Oscar X Zero still not able to make serious inroads with Kings, and this is what I was talking about. The nature of this racetrack is, for me, I think, based on the racing I've seen here and the racing I've done here, is if you're able to establish a position, establish some kind of advantage, doesn't have to be a huge amount of time, and you're able to hit your marks. This is a circuit that is difficult to overtake on. You have to really make those overtaking opportunities, as Oscar X Zero has done. But Kings gets it right back. I don't think this is a circuit that lends itself to many overtaking opportunities. That doesn't mean it doesn't lend itself to some fantastic racing, because we are being treated to some great action, especially at the top end of the field. They are down 3.5 seconds back of Red Spectre though. And I want to go check in with a couple of other drivers on track, but right now we've got 3 cars less than a second apart. And look at the track map, you can't say that about anywhere else. We're into the second half of this race. We've got 9 minutes 14 seconds remaining. We're going to go on board with ALT Willie D 321. Willie D321 taking us for a lap in anger around this track as Oscar X Zero all over the back of Kings 5, 6, 7. But we're getting a little bit squirrely around this racetrack right now. 4/10 of a second separates Kings and Oscar X Zero. It's been closer than that, especially during that last lap, and we got to saw, if we look down the track a little bit, just how hard these drivers are working. These are tough machines. Super GT cars are not for the faint-hearted. They're beautiful, they're powerful, they're phenomenal. But they are not always the easiest things in the world to drive, and they are fighting their way around this racetrack. Let's check in. Down the order, we will check in with Razor F, who's having a little bit of a difficult time in this race. Does not help, and I've been exactly there. You've had a plan, you've gone about your business, and you've been taken out first lap, first corner, very early in the race, and then you've just got to try and battle back through, and it is incredibly tough, certainly on a racetrack like this. Mercedes Class 88 is in 8th. Terminator is in 7th. DJ Lawrence Still ahead of Terminator, as is DeJovis in 5th position. 8 seconds back from Willie D. 3, 2, 1. And then again, this is the battle at the head of the racetrack. It's still Kings leads Oscar X0, leads Willie D 3, 2, 1. And it's tough. As Kings just for a second lost out on the position there to Oscar X0. Oscar X0 though had it for a moment. A little bit of a love tap between them there. But both drivers able to keep full control of their vehicle. Willie D 3, 2, 1. Oh, a little tap there to the rear corner of Oscar X0. Great news for Kings. He's down the road. He's out of sight right now. And that could have really hurt Oscar X0 and Willie D 3, 2, 1 in their battle for, or in their hope for second position in this race. Willie D 3, 2, 1. Looking round the outside of Oscar X0. Doesn't get it done there. Oh, they say he's ahead. He is ahead. He got it done. What does Oscar X0 say? What does he have in reply? Kings is 1.5 seconds up the road. 1.8 seconds up the road now. Okay, and that's what happens when you're battling. You aren't as fast. Red Spectre's able to drive his own race. He's just putting in qualifying lap after qualifying lap. Fastest lap of the race so far, a 1:42.341. He's 9 seconds ahead of this battle. See that move. Let's go a little bit before then. We're going to ride on board with Willie D 3, 2, 1. So that tap's already occurred. Kings is already off to the races. Dragging side by side. Got the inside line. That's favourable. Gets the move done. And keeps it done. Oscar X0 did fight back. Went around. Tried to go around the outside. But Willie D 3, 2, 1 shut the door on him. And gets very sideways. Really aggressive stuff. Driving the absolute wheels off it. Thank goodness there's no tyre degradation or damage enabled in this race, in this series. Remember, T1 and T2. If you want to be part of the action, join the Discord. You too could be racing in the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday sprints. And if you're quick enough, you could be racing with these guys on screen right now. Red Spectre, like I said, able just to lap at at their leisure. Last time by a 1:42.341. We'll have about 3 laps to go. No, 2 laps. 2 laps. We're into the final 2 laps. My apologies. Final 2 laps of the race. Kings in second and now looking a bit more comfortable ahead of ART Willie D 3, 2, 1. No, not at all. What has happened? That gap has come down quite significantly as Oscar X0 has been left behind by Willie D 3, 2, 1. DeJovis 7 seconds back of that top 4 battle. Mercedes Class 88 has done a great job getting back on terms with Terminator. And that's what happens when you're lapping, you're being consistent, you're just hitting your marks, you're just driving. It's just you on an empty track. Oh! As Mercedes, they're side by side. Terminator got that position back. Mercedes Class 88 knows how tough it is to overtake at this part of the racetrack, because it is roughly around here that he slammed the door on Elite Digits in the previous race. So far, well, I mean, he's experiencing that from the other side of things. So the top three is all but locked in as we are into the final lap of the race. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Racing hard against Kings. Mercedes still pushing hard on Terminator. I think this is the closest anybody else is on track right now, except for Willie D321 and Kings. Let's just check back in with that. We are not going to see any more laps. Red Spectre still leads, and it's heading into the final couple of corners. Razor F's race is about to come to an end as he is coming around the final corners now. Mercedes 88. I dare say Terminator has done just enough. Can Willie D321 pull out something incredible? We've got 3 corners left. This isn't the place to overtake. And it's so difficult for him to get the traction down, get the power down that he wants. Coming across the line, Red Spectre wins. In second position, it will be Kings 5, 6, 7 from Willie D321. Oscar X0 comes across the line in 4th. De Jovis looking very comfortable, coming across the line in 5th position. Great driving from De Jovis as DJ Lawrence, Terminator, Mercedes, and still out there on track will be Elite Digits to finish us off in 9th position. Terminator does enough to keep Mercedes at bay as Elite Digits comes over the line. 13 laps, 1 champion. You knew after that first lap, Red Spectre. What a race. All the way from 10th position, set to the fastest lap, and takes another win. Can they sweep it? We're going to find out in a couple of minutes' time. So, as we ready ourselves for the final race of the evening, 15 minutes, let's just check in with the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 6 Tier 2. So just the top 3 of Tier 2. In 3rd position so far in the standings is Art Dawes F1 on 159 points. Second is Beaver Boy on 179 points. And in the top is Websons on 187 points. Some fantastic driving, some fantastic drivers. Holding it down in Tier 2. But tonight we are all about the Tier 1 action. That is what we are enjoying here from Lago Maggiore. We have a comment in the chat from Kings. Great race, guys. Kings, you're not wrong. Great racing taking place. Red Spectre took the sweep at Laguna Seca. Was unable to get a win at Sardinia, Road Track B. A third and 2 seconds. And now this evening has 2/3 of a sweep. And again, you can see the drivers there talk about how hard it is to overtake. There's so much downforce in these cars, and like they're saying, a lot of dirty air is produced, and that can make it extremely difficult to overtake. And then you factor in this circuit, which I personally think is a really tough one to overtake, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to be treated. So 15 minutes of brilliant racing. Red Spectre, Kings, Elite, Willie D321, Oscar X0, DeJovis and DJ Lawrence are the top 3 rows on the grid. We're on board with Reds, trying to go on board with Red Spectre. And we are away. As Red Spectre lost out initially at the start of the race to Kings and remains in second position going around the first couple corners. WD321 is in third. Oscar X0. Everybody makes it through cleanly this time. It was that corner there where we had the incident at the start of race 2 as Kings. I mean, Kings knows. Kings has literally just been talking about how difficult it is to overtake. So what is the best course of action? Get ahead early. But Red Spectre, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're from a different planet. How fast they are able to drive and compete. Oscar X0 is watching this battle unfold down the hill. Red Spectre shuts the door on Willie D321. And at the same time, in tandem, is able to apply the pressure to Kings. Really impressive driving from that driver. Let's head to the back of the field. Elite Digits has picked up a penalty. That won't be a problem for them as Mercedes is looking up the inside of Razor F. Gets the move done. Will Elite Digits try and follow through? Yes, he will. And he gets it done. Let's head back to the top of the field as Red Spectre is looking up the inside of Kings. Kings has the lead of the race after lap number 1. And it's covering off that inside. Red Spectre trying to sneak by. Can't go round the outside. He's finding that separation. On the inside. Oh, Kings has been spun. Kings is spun and into the barrier. What an absolute disaster. And we're going to look at that back. We're going to see if there was contact. Red Spectre is definitely waiting for him. As we find Red Spectre. So there was contact. And that is great sportsmanship from Red Spectre. They know that they were involved. They know there was contact. There was an opening. There was a gap. Not really. Went for it. Sent Kings around. And they've let Kings through for the position. Does it make up for the 9 positions lost? No, of course not. But have they gained an advantage? Also, no. So that's, you know, good sporting driving that we expect in the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint. If you want to be involved, get in the Discord. Now, how interesting is this? We've got Kings and Red Spectre. We know they're both very quick. They've got 12 minutes to make it back through the field. Red Spectre already moved back up to 9th position. Oscar X0 at the top of the field now inherited the race. And that is how important it is to just run your race, be as clean as you can. You never know what is going to happen. De Jovis is in second, all over the back of Oscar X0. Looking up the inside. Are they going to get it done? Not this time. Will he do 3, 2, 1? Is lurking, is waiting. But we're going to revisit that incident once again. We're going to go on board with Red Spectre. So Kings was a little bit slow off the mark there. But then, yeah, just there was half of a gap for a moment, but really not enough. Oh, but not quite enough at that time. Let's just see it again from, yeah. Red Spectre in ninth, 5 seconds back of Razor F. So this is an interesting wrinkle in the championship. Oscar X0 at the head of the field. 8 tenths of a second ahead of De Jovis now. Willie D321 is in third. Mercedes Class 88 is up in fourth position. Driving very, very well. Shown to be a good defensive driver. Shown to be able to keep it clean. Excited to see how they go the rest of the way. Oh, it's the boys from T2. Well, I say that. I've raced against them both, so I keep harking onto that. But they're T1. They're established in T1 now, but they're battling. It's Terminator. It's DJ Lawrence, 89. The Confectionery King. Against the driver, the leader of the Dane train. Oscar X0 remains in the lead, but second and third are battling hard. Willie D321 gets by De Jovis. Took a couple of goes, took a couple of bites of the cherry. We'll check in with that down the journey as we come across to start lap number 4, sorry. We are on to lap 4. Nine minutes, 24 seconds remaining in this race. Red Spectre has the fastest lap of the race. 1:42.445, and they have taken 3 seconds out of Razor F in about 2 laps. So I'll be interested to see how far up the field Red Spectre may be able to cut through. Kings, unfortunately, after that great start and after a fantastic race, the previous race, not looking like they're going to be able to get back on terms. DJ Lawrence has gotten by the Terminator. Let's see if we're able to see what happened. Unfortunately not. DJ Lawrence is about a second up the road. He'll be looking to try and bring in Mercedes Class 88. We will see how that goes. Oscar X0 is about 2 and a bit seconds ahead up the road of the De Jovis Willie D321 battle. We can't get too excited. There are a couple of netcode moments that we are experiencing. But that's okay. Oscar X0, very experienced, very fast driver, knows what to do. You see those white lines? Drive between them. Do that, and you're almost, touching wood, almost assured of the race victory. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Now with that gap built over De Jovis. Mercedes. DJ Lawrence. Terminator. Elite Digits. Red Spectre is still not quite by Razor F. They're battling hard. You'll notice I didn't get too excited just then. Again, we've seen cars do that, but it's been absolutely fine so far in this race. Red Spectre is finally by Razor F, but it took a long time. Maybe Maybe a little bit longer than you'd expect, given the speeds that we've seen Red Spectre, but Razor F able to keep him at bay, keep them at bay for quite some time. Elite Digits going the long way around. A lot of time in the gravel there. Red Spectre now all over the back of Elite Digits. How wide is that Lexus? Red Spectre up to 8th position now with 6 minutes 15 seconds left in the race. So not necessarily expect them to get the race victory. They would have to overcome nearly 12 seconds from Oscar X0, who has picked up a penalty. What did I say? Keep it between the white lines. Obviously has not done that at some point. 0.4 of a second is not huge. Able just to lift and coast, brake a little earlier. You'll be fine. Willie D 321, 1.8 seconds back of the leader, comfortably ahead now of De Jovis. De Jovis has a little bit of pressure from Mercedes, 1 second back in sight. That is a very big boost to you as a driver. If you can see the car that you are chasing, it feels very, very doable. DJ Lawrence just about has Mercedes in sight. Red Spectre got by Razor F. Razor F got by Elite Digits. And with 5 minutes left to go, could they possibly get a podium position? It would be quite remarkable if they could. But for this remarkable driver, anything is possible. They're about 2 seconds a lap quicker than DJ Lawrence. And that gap is 2.5 seconds. So the last lap was a 1:43.7. So that is still going to eat time out of DJ Lawrence. And here's the important thing. Again, what did I just say? If a car that you are chasing, if you can see them on track, that is such a big boost to you. It's like a, in this case, a blue flag to a Red Bull. Oscar X0 still chipping away at that penalty. 4 minutes left in the race. They lead with the 3-2-1. De Jovis, Mercedes, DJ Lawrence, Red Spectre. We remain as we were. Razor F. Terminator is in 8th position now. Elite Digits and Kings at the back of the field. Red Spectre has taken a second out of that advantage, held by DJ Lawrence. Top 5 remains unchanged. As Mercedes has taken a lot of time out of De Jovis and will be sniffing around thinking that maybe, just maybe, they could get themselves a podium position. This is their first race, unless they've got a different name. This is their first race in the series. And what a first round in the series, and what a first round it would be if they could cap it with a podium in the final race. Mercedes Class 88 all over the back of De Jovis. I think this is probably the biggest battle on track right now. In fact, Red Spectre is eyeing up a podium position even still. How incredible is that? Mercedes is still in 4th, half a second back of De Jovis. Again, tough to overtake around this circuit, but still, we're being treated to some brilliant racing right now. DJ Lawrence has a penalty. Red Spectre looking to go round the outside. Sets it up, has the inside line now, gets the move done. And it's already pulling away from DJ Lawrence. Has the move done? Has it secured as Mercedes now all over the back of De Jovis. Has much more pace. Got the outside. Got the move done. De Jovis goes to cover the inside. Does well. But where did Mercedes get all that pace from? They are 2.1 seconds ahead of Red Spectre. Last time by for Mercedes was on 144. De Jovis slowing them down, maybe. Red Spectre is comfortably putting in 142s, 143s. It's these two pushing themselves to the very limit. Pushing their cars as fast as they will go. Another lap. Final lap of the race. We're into the final minute of the race. Can Red Spectre overtake these two and get themselves on the podium? Can Mercedes get by De Jovis? Get onto the podium. We're going to go on board with Red Spectre because that, I think, is going to give us the best view of this battle. In fact, let's just check out Oscar X0 under pressure from Willie D321 as well. Half a second the gap to the head of the field. My word, we've got battles all over the racetrack after 15 minutes of brutal racing. It all comes down to this, the final lap. And I wish we had picture in picture. Willie D321 goes very wide, driving very, very aggressively. Red Spectre is still behind Mercedes, still behind De Jovis. Willie D321 has the gap down. If he's going to go for it, this is going to be the moment for Willie D321. Not looking up the inside this time. Does he think he's got a better opportunity elsewhere? Mercedes going around the outside. De Jovis covers the inside again. Has the favourable line. As now Red Spectre just drags past Mercedes. What brilliant driving that was. And now getting the elbows out. Getting past De Jovis. De Jovis wants none of it. Get back in your lane, he says, as we're coming across start finish, the final corner. Willie D321 all over the back of Oscar X0, but it won't be enough. Oscar X0 takes the victory. Willie D321 is in second, and Red Spectre has done it. They will finish on third position. Fourth and fifth go to De Jovis and Mercedes. DJ Lawrence in sixth. Coming over the line will be Razor F in seventh position. Terminator in eighth. Kings did pick up that additional spot up in ninth. And Elite Digits rounding us off in 10th. What a race. What an incredible final lap. Well done. Huge, huge congratulations to Oscar X0. What a race they drove today. Kept it clean and did everything absolutely correct. What an unbelievable way to finish. I am now going to relax, sit down and drink water. What a brilliant, brilliant race. A huge thank you to everybody who checked in, watched the race. If you know your mate didn't watch this race and you want them to see some fantastic racing action, send this link to them now. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. Make sure that they see, especially that last race, especially that last lap. Red Spectre's just told Willie D that was a phenomenal race. They are not wrong. That was an unbelievable race, an incredible race. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you join us again next time for the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints. I'm about to go and take an ice bath, I think, after that one. Take care, enjoy your evening, and we'll see you again next week.